11th or 12th, probably. So Jessica is taking hers this Saturday. Anybody got an answer for this E&M question yet? We are clearly in observation, so we can get rid of our inpatient answer. You're taking it Thursday and Friday. Your videos have, aw, thank you. I wish you all the best luck for sure. So Lori is taking hers on. Be sure to try, if you're taking yours online, be sure and try to log on 30 minutes early. You'll get to a spot where it asks you for a password. Just wait. That's where your proctor puts in stuff, but at least try to log on 30 minutes early. My exam, part A, started an hour and a half late because of technical issues trying to get logged on. Go-kart's working on this question. Don't forget about your do nots. So what do you think the answer is? I've got a vote for A. We definitely have an admit, and we have a discharge too. So we have admit and discharge, so we know it can't be B because that's just a discharge, I think. Is that what 217 is? Yeah, that's just a discharge. But we clearly have an admit too. And they're asking us, and our question actually says code for admission and for discharge. So you got a 50-50 shot. What do you think? Oops. Oops. No, I don't want to end now. I just want to go back. There we go. I tapped the screen. Got rid of it. So we do have different days, but we have less than 24 hours. So what does that mean? What do the guidelines tell you? They don't tell you much. They tell you the tiniest little info, for sure. It says for patients admitted and discharged from observation or inpatient status on the same date, they should be reported as codes 99234 and 99236. That's about Not all you get. They really lack in telling you what to do with your 17 and your 18. They tell you a lot about the 34 and then your hospital visits, your 24s through the 26s, but your guidelines really seem to lack. They even talk about regular office visits, the 202 and the 215. They just do a really bad job of telling you what to do with 17 and 18 as far as your observation guidelines are. But in the Tiki Talk, there we go. Sorry. Still learning the new phone. We are definitely going to be coding our C. So we got some rationale here that actually tells us a little bit more than our guideline does. But the main thing is that our level of history and exam and MDM also match our 218. But it does state somewhere 2 dates of services. We're going to do our 17 and our 18, and then there's a note above the 2, 3, 4. They just should put it near the observation codes where observation status and those codes, the 17 and the 18, are coded right after the guidelines on 21 and 22, and then your codes are on 21 and 22. If you want to find the guidelines for your codes on 21 and 22, then you got to go to page 25 to find it. It's just bad organization, and why everybody gets those questions wrong is because the guidelines aren't where they should be. Let me get this one brought up, formatted where it should be. There we go. Ooh, I see. I think this is critical care, isn't it? Is this inpatient hospital? Is this ER? What's our 236? 236 is our observation. So love it when we're all different, under different headers, because that makes the question even easier to skim through and figure out where our patient is at. Hey, how do you put that in the book? Let's see. Let me see, what have I got in my book? Do I have an observation example in the book? So let's say we'll do this. We'll do code. We'll code our, where did it go? I'm answering your questions. Just take me a minute to write it in the book. With our 99217, 99217, 99217. Oh, running out of room. Are on, should I put different day or next day? I don't know. That's why you don't write with anything other than a Sharpie. They get all weepy on you. Okay, so down at the bottom of page 22, I wrote code 99218 through 99220 with 99217 if, I got all weepy, admit and discharge on 2 different days. Maybe we could do something like that as an alert. But my Sharpie pen ran out of ink, so I'm using a generic one I had at the house because I was trying not to buy anything for the last 3 days. And I think we got 2 more days to go. I was trying to be good. Anyway, I'll order some more pens soon, but hopefully maybe that alert would help. You're welcome, Go-Kart. I emailed you about our appointment a couple of days ago, and I'm not sure you received it yet. Probably. It's just I switched phones, and I don't know how to use it yet, and it's driving me nuts. Did you email me on Wix, on Discord, Gmail? That's always fun. Let's see. We've got Teresa. There she is. We're doing it on Saturday the 16th. That's right. Your first attempt. I got your scores. And did practice exams watching YouTube videos. Honestly, and you need help. Yes. So I hate time zones. They are the worst. They are. I got your attachments. Or I sent you attachments. You sent me attachments for time zones. We were working out the time zones on the Wix appointment, but I've so far got you down for 8 a.m. on Saturday the 16th till 9:30. But you may have sent another email on top of those, but we have all that squared away and done. If there's something wrong with the schedule or you need to switch a day or time, just email me on the Wix or the medicalcodingbyjen.com website where the schedule is and the time is, because that way I don't have to go look for messages in multiple places like Gmail or on Discord or on TikTok or Discord. If it's all there where the schedule is, then great. Then that way I'm not having to look at 10 million places for everything. But hopefully we've got the date and time squared away. T-E-R T-H-E-R Ugh, kitty cat. It's got a coding. T-A-G-R. No. I got a bunch of raffles people want to be in. Those Moz cases. I was helping somebody with some Moz cases. Woo. I still got a AAPC webinar to watch. They sent out a presentation with the slides for all of our new coding stuff that is coming up. Let's see if it'll open up, and we've got new codes coming out for 2023 already. Oh, come on. So that'll be fun to go through too, to see what we've got coming out for new E&M changes in 2023. We supposedly have a lot of them, so we need to make sure we don't we pass before we have to redo anything and learn new E&M codes again, because good gracious. Wonder if I should open it in a, yeah, let's open it in a PowerPoint and see if that helps, because it didn't look like it was going anywhere. Close. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Now it's opening up. They're changing up the observation code guidelines. Of course they are. The 17, the 24, 25, and 26. They're switching up the inpatient hospital codes and our admit and discharge for observation, and our hospital discharge are 238 and 239. They are changing up consultations, emergency room visits, nursing facilities, domicile codes, home health, and a guideline table will be revised for MDM overall. Oh, Lord. Okay. The new guidelines take effect January 1st, so the exam will change to these new guidelines on January 1st. So, yeah. Yep, it's changing it. Yep, the guidelines come out in October, but they don't go in effect till January 1st. But still coming up pretty soon. Anybody got a guess on what the answer would be for this one? The ED provider documents total critical care time of how many minutes? Of 25 minutes. Are we coding ED or are we coding critical care on a 25? We got some B's and D's. Yeah, confusing question for sure, because they keep saying ED, ED, and I keep saying nobody's ever in the ED, but they're providing critical care. So we've got ER for this one. Craziness, craziness. They're trying to confuse you with this one. There is no MD. Is there MDM in ER? They did do EMD. EM is high. unable to provide history, and 8 organs were done. So that fits along with our 85 code, 285. Critical care won't have any MDM. It won't worry about history, and it won't worry about an exam. So, but your differences in your ER visits will. So we've got high MDM matches with your 85, your exam being over 7 organ system, I believe. It goes into your comprehensive. We can find that in the front of our guidelines somewhere. How many organ systems are in comprehensive? Oh, that's way too far front. Detailed, yep. Comprehensive is 8 or more. 6 to 7 is under your detailed. 2 to 5 is expanded problem focused. There's your screenshot if you want that info. So we've got, for our ER, we've got our comprehensive match and our high. History was unable to obtain, but AAPC wants the answer, to be the ER visit for this one. This one was on your exam. You remember taking it on 6/18. I will put that on what has been on our exam the last 45 days. I'll add this question there to it. It's a tricky one. I probably would have picked critical care, just being me. Because the minute you see the word critical care, you think critical care, but the patient was actually kept in the hospital and was transferred to an ICU, or not NICU, but ICU. Sorry, I worked there too long, and I can't say ICU without saying NICU. But just that words are the only thing that make you think it's critical care, plus the time that they spend. But there's no time in ER. There's only exam, history, and MDM. It's a tricky one. I still think I would pick critical care every time, but the answer that AAPC wants, and usually they make it more obvious that they only want you to bill for the ER doctor, because it'll say in their last wording that bill ER, MD, or ED provider, what would you bill for the ED provider? This one doesn't give you a hint what they want you to bill for. Yeah, it's on the practice exam. See the description that states mental status under 95. Immediate significant threat to life or psychological function. Altered mental status. the urgency of the patient's clinical condition and or the mental status. That's what she's talking about. Yeah, I had that one highlighted. Also the, you know, they didn't have to intubate. They didn't do, it doesn't look like they did life-saving critical care stuff like she had an elevated blood sugar, but it's not like they were crushed in a car wreck and they had to do CPR and do IV lines or those kinds of foolishness. It was just stabilize that blood sugar, start some IVs, and transfer them over to ICU. Medical decision making. There's a definition, Nellie, in the very beginning of your book on what all the E&M terms mean. If you start on page 5 and read through, there's going to be some common definitions, common abbreviations. Decision trees are super helpful, but MDM description, all these little descriptions. Let's see. That's determining history, complexity of the medical decision making, MDM, and then the factors that come into play with the MDM. Super helpful. And then every one of your codes in E&M will have a medical decision making, and they'll all be changing. This one's straightforward, this one's low. You'll be playing a match game with MDM for the rest of your life when you're coding. So some of them can be the same, moderate and moderate, but you still got to figure out what your differences are between those two, even if your MDM is the same. So this one's got expanded problem-focused exam, where this one's got a detailed exam, and there's minute differences, and they describe them all in those guidelines in the front of those pages. So just beginning. Could that, they don't tell us what critical care services were performed. Yeah, they didn't have to trach. There wasn't anything. Patient was just altered mental status. They were nausea, vomiting, and had high blood sugar. It's not, I mean, she could go into ketoacidosis and die, but, you know, you just got to stabilize their blood sugar and they'll be fine and dandy. Still a difficult one. I probably would get it wrong every time I see it. I would pick critical care. It just seems like it's a critical care thing. But, all right, let's go to our 99368. Just sometimes some of them take me more time to see, to understand, and remember the differences. All right, focus. Focus you. Why are you fuzzy? There we go. All right, our 993. Nine 99368 is no MD our 66 is direct patient contact. This one's no patient contact. Our 67 is also no patient present. And 52 You're welcome. Still don't think I explained it 100% correctly to even know why the ER is chosen over the critical care. It's just we're seeing the MDM and the history and all that stuff. Oh, trash cans need to be taken down. Yes, they do. I gotta take the trash cans down. So our big differences in these codes is either direct patient care or without patient being there. Those are your two big highlights for the books on these particular codes. So we just need to skim from the bottom and see if our patient was present or not. Who is not present? The patient and his family is not present. So we're definitely going to pick something with no patient present. So the 66 goes out because that was direct patient contact, right? And no patient, no patient. So just a difference between our 67 and our 68. So what do you guys think? It's going to be difference of how many minutes? It's the only differences in these CPT codes because they don't have an MDM, an exam, or a history. It's just time is your difference. So where would 45 minutes go, right? Once, yeah. We got a 67. Because we do have the EMD team conference with the general surgeon was there, and the pulmonologist, and the oncologist, and a neurologist. These were all MDs. If it was not an MD there, it was just clinical staff like medical assistants and stuff, then we would do our 68. Why are you looking like that? Come on, focus. There you go. So our differences between the 47, 48, and 49. Ooh, let's see. R348. We're in home visits. These have history, exam, and MDM. And they're 2 of 3 if they're all under the 74, 78, and 79. So we only need 2 of 3. So I'll let y'all figure that one out. What do you think on this one? I've got 1B. We're going with the one in the middle. It's the baby one. This is the oldest one, and this is the one in the middle. It's usually their favorite answer when it's 3 in a row like that. It's one of the patterns I do see. Anybody else want to take a gander? My phone's going to die. Got 13% battery trying to charge it. All right. Correct. B is your answer. All right, what is our 99391? It's not 291, so we're not in critical care, I don't think. What's our 99391? This one is an established well exam. Yep, this one's a new wellness, a new wellness, and an established wellness. So first things first, see if your patient is new or established. They're having a new pediatrician's clinic, so I think they're new after moving across country. So all we need now, the difference between 82 and 81 is only a patient's age. So how old did they say the patient was? 2 years old. That's all you need. Don't look at any more the question. So since the 82, right, takes care of 1 to 4 year olds, we're going to be doing our B. Yep. That's all there is. Don't worry about the rest. So we've got 3 new patients and 1 established. So let's see. We got a new patient, so we can get rid of that sucker. Now it's just a difference between these. Probably a difference between 3 and 4 or 2 and 3, one of the two. Let's see if they give us any MDM or time. If not, we have to go by the diagnosis and what was done to the patient. What do you guys think? Diagnosis code could also be helpful. Does anybody see time listed? Or MDM? Thank you for the follow, Lauren. I do. I see the half hour. Which one matches with the half an hour? You see how they wrote it out instead of saying 30 minutes or doing the numbers 30 minutes? They can do that all day long. I got a B again. We do have B. B is our answer. I get you tons of rationale on this one, but B is our answer for sure. All right. Ooh, I see our critical care. I love that code. And then I see our ER. This is probably ER too. And what is this, a consult or something? Probably. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, this one's different. Advanced life support. What code would you code for that? Still don't see a correct answer. Anybody want to take out a guess? What is that code? 99288 is not ER, it's other emergency services, and that is EMS, and it also has, I put down for my notes, ALS as advanced life support next to that one. So you are right. Go Cart. Yep, yep, yep. That is our MD advanced life support one. And I put EMS, ALS, and AKA doctor gives directing. Give directions. Probably didn't mean to write ING, probably meant to write directions. But yeah, that's correct. All right, one more of these fancy E&Ms, and then we'll let everybody get back to their 4th of July. I'm getting hungry. 993, 68, and 67, and 66. Where are we at here? 993s. They look all similar. Let's see. Oh, more. It's that direct or indirect patient craziness again, with or without team conferences. Yeah, it's not the same question. So this is a different one. So you got to match up whether you have patient there or not is your first thing. And then under that, do you have real MDs or just support staff doing the conference? To pick out the right code. Thank you, Twinkle. I've got 1B, got the 67, which is no patient and a physician. So we do have no patient around. And patients, other physicians, 3 in total. Yep, I agree with B. Let's see. Yep, we've got our 67 for sure. Lots of rationale with that one, but we are on page 46. Well, my goodness, we went over COC, CRC, CPC, some ICD10, kidney diagnosis codes, and some notes for that, and worked on some E&M questions. I hope it's been helpful. Definitely going to do some more on Wednesday night, the 6th, and we've got a big week coming up because I do have, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I'm doing tutoring that day. I opened up Saturday to put in some people, but Sunday, the 17th, we've got a workshop that I'm working on. You're welcome, PJ. I'm working on trying to update the document for what's been on the exam the last 45 days. I'll add that practice question there to it and some other documents. So if you have that document, I'll be updating it soon. I'll let you know when I get it sent out. It's still sunny here, so the babooms have not started going off here, so pretty soon they'll be going off. I know it's probably loud in y'all's neighborhoods right now, but it's still quiet here. Ooh, my phone gets hot. This new one gets really hot. You're very welcome, Ferris. Happy to help out. I hope this is helpful. We'll do some more this week. Thanks for interacting in the poll, all the shares. Got 1,200 likes and 3 shares. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. And I can't wait. I will see y'all on the 6th, and I'll post this one up on YouTube. There is some YouTube book prep that I did this weekend for, I don't remember, what was I doing? HIV and sepsis and some other ICD10 book prep. So it's already on YouTube if y'all want to see it. Thanks, Annie. Y'all are enjoying the fireworks? All right. Well, we will be here too soon. So AMA's got some new things that they've published. So I'm going to click on that and see what's going on too with our guidelines. Anyway, always something to look up. Thanks, Lori. Thanks, Alexis. See y'all later.